Hey everyone, it's Michael here at Home Health Success Academy, and you are watching the Home Health Marketing Mistakes video series where we share you guys some mistakes that I faced, people that I know have faced in this industry, as well as other agencies have done the mistakes and have learned from it. So our goal is to be able to prevent you guys from creating the same mistakes, or at least if you face that mistake, you know how to be able to handle it. In this video, what we are talking about is trash talking the competition. Listen, this is part of the industry. There's going to be people out there that's going to trash talk you. If you're actually out there leading the field, if you're actually out there proving yourself time and time again, and people want to jump in and get into your area, your market, there's going to be some of those negative Nancy people, right? And they're going to say, oh, you shouldn't use that agency. I heard about this, about that. They do this, they do that. They're no good, we're better, all that stuff. There's going to be people out there who are just the negative Nancy's or the negative people, right? And so these type of people do exist. The thing though is, when you ever meet somebody who you really just met for the first time, or you don't really know much of them, and then you hear them trash talking a person or talking behind a person's back, you know, what we end up seeing is we look at that person as a negative person and more likely somebody that we don't want to be a part of. Now, of course, like attracts like, so a lot of negative people will be part of negative people. But if you are not a negative person and you see this type of person, you kind of detach yourself from it. And so, you know, one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to be that person that is marketing out there that is trash talking the competition. If somebody says, what do you think about this agency? You know what? You can either say two things. You know, I never heard about that agency, but I can definitely look up a little bit more about them and I can tell you what I think, or, you know, what are things that can compare with our company. Or if they give you news as, hey, I heard this one agency did this. You know what? I never heard that news. I try not to pay attention. My most important job is to be able to take care of the people like you and to take care of my patients and my referral sources. That's my main job. I try not to pay attention for other companies. But that's interesting that you would say such a thing. So let me ask this question, you know, what are the things that's most important for you? I'm going to try to switch the conversation away from negativity. Right? You don't want to have that type of, conversation, because if you talk trash, they're going to look at you as a negative person as well. And there's a higher chance that you might not get that open relationship. Remember, you're creating a relationship. You don't want to be that person that, brings the gossip. And same thing as well within your organization as well. You know, if you ever have that negative person, one thing I make sure in my organization is, even if I have a person who is great at what they do, but if they're the ones that brings a lot of negativity and talks a lot of negative stuff, I pretty much try to get rid of them right away, because, that is actually pretty much poison in culture. And you don't want those type of people that surrounds your organization and creates poison within your organization. So, having trash talking, leave that for the other people who enjoys that. That's them. They're not going to become successful as much as you are if you're willing to become positive. So being positive in this industry and always trying to deliver what you want to be able to say that you deliver, let your work speak for yourself. The other people, if they want to use trash talk to try to convince people to switch over, then let them be. Let those people go. Just, Jay-Z says, just brush your shoulders off if you need to. This is something that you must do in order to become successful, is to just be able to remove yourself from negativity and just create positivity. And even if, let's say, something comes up in you or in front of you, always understand that, just own up to it and say, how can I improve, or what can I always do better? That is one tip I always have for people. Always remember, home health marketing is easy when you know what you're doing. My name is Michael Echeverria with Home Health Success Academy. And of course, you can visit us at 10X Patient Referrals. Our job is to be able to help you create a successful agency. Thank you so much, and keep on watching more of our videos.